Last episode, we got ourselves some bones and some moss. This episode, we're going to turn this into this by removing some of this kind of ugly terrain behind me. Before we get started, we're going to need a bit of materials. Welcome to episode 2 of the Moss Farm tutorial series for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. You can see from my inventory I've crafted a few stone hoes. And I also want to bring some materials that can convert into moss. So we saw in episode 1 that stone and dirt both can convert into moss. I've prepared this stone by smelting some cobblestone. Since I have more of that right now, I'm gonna use that to get up to the top of the terrain that we want to remove. Since it might take a little while, I'm also bringing a bed in case it gets dark and I don't want to run back here. But yeah, I think that should do it. So let's run over here to the terrain that I want to remove. So I kind of find this a bit ugly, so but yeah, as you can see, it's pretty steep, so I needed to bring some blocks to stack up here. And since we're using stone, we should be able to remove this as we're mining out the mountain. So yeah, when it's pretty narrow like this, it's a bit of a waste of moss, because moss can go up to 3 blocks in either direction. So I think what I'll do is I'll make myself a shovel. Alright. So I want to get at least a couple wide. Before I start moss mining. Alright, that's looking a little better. And I can supplement too. I can place some more blocks around here. So it's not like super wasteful. As a reminder, to use moss, I'm going to place it somewhat in the middle here. And then we're going to take our bones and turn them into bone meal. So we've got ourselves 9 bone meal to work with. And then once I've placed this moss, I'm going to right click it. And you see it spreads. And I will want some hose in my hotbar, because we're mostly just going to be using moss, hose, and bone meal for the rest of this. So I can mine that. Ouch. Neat thing is, like, moss breaks super quick. So you can see I'm basically instant mining with just a stone hoe here. So yeah, we'll get one layer down, and then we'll keep going. So we've now encountered a problem. I am on my very last bone meal, and we've got a ways to go yet. So let's use this up, and then we'll talk a bit about how to solve this problem. Alright, so we are out of bone meal. We've got a couple of potential solutions. So, as we saw last episode, we could use fish. We can go hunting for skeletons. I'd like to show a different way. A way that's going to be a key component in building a moss farm. If we get ourselves some planks, we can build ourselves a composter. So it takes 7 planks. And once we have this composter, we can place that too. So once we have this composter, we can take some of the things that we've got from our farming adventures, and any plant material that we put in here can get converted into some compost. And we can hold down right click to do this, and once we've added enough, we get ourselves a bone meal. So we just made ourselves some bone meal profits from doing this. And it works with seeds. It also works with moss. Got enough bone meal that we can keep going. Starting with 3 bones and 5 moss, we ended up with this. So we've got quite a few stacks of moss now, some saplings, moss carpet, seeds, still have some bone meal left, and a few goodies that we mine by hand. So we make quite the profit moss-wise. So thank you everyone for watching. In episode 3, we're going to do some more automation. So I'd like to introduce a problem here. So in this episode, we got quite a bit of moss, but we had to remove a mountain to do it. In the next episode, we'll make ourselves a moss farm that doesn't use any materials. So we'll be able to go from basically nothing to something, which is what I really enjoy about farms. So stay tuned for that. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.